Okay, welcome back to the channel, guys. It's Stu from Battleforge Brothers with another product review. So once again, Spellcrow, I've absolutely bossed it. So been speaking to Tatiana from Spellcrow Miniatures. If you haven't heard of Spellcrow, a lot of people have, but if you haven't, there'll be a link in the description. And of course, I'll put a card for the previous review that I did quite a few months back. Where they gave us an absolute shed load of lots of 40k orientated products for our channel. Just working on these guys at the moment. These were in the previous one that they gave us, which was the Eldar style barricades. Just need to do the highlights on them, and of course the base and the gems, and then they're all done. So that's a little bit of what they gave us before. So the guys and girls at Spellcrow Miniatures, they got in touch with us about a week ago. So we're on Thursday now, which I believe is we're on the 29th of March now. So about a week that Spellcrow got in touch. They actually got in touch with us, which I was very humbled by. Just asking, you know, how things were going with the channel. Obviously, you know, what the products and everything were like, and obviously you've seen the products in the games, you know, ranging from the barricades, the additional stuff that's on my Thousand Suns miniatures. Actually, I'll just quickly go and grab one of the Spellcrow miniature ones. Yes. Right. So yeah, one of my sorcerers has the Spellcrow shoulder pads on. So you might have seen that in some of the battle reports, obviously when I pan in and pan out. So this is one of the products that they sent us the last time. So there's obviously the featured a lot on the channel. So I received a package today. It was two boxes and a couple of things that obviously that we asked for, and Spellcrow, being Spellcrow, have gave me a couple of bits and bobs that I wasn't expecting, which is always amazing. So certainly check them out. So we'll have a look. I have had a little bit of a peek in these ones because I had to pick them up on my way to work. So first box, like I said, they were both very well packaged. Obviously I have taken them apart. There was sellotape, nice and secure. Like I say, it took about 5 days, and bearing in mind, you know, it's getting busy for post because it's near Easter time. So let's have a look in the first package. So straight away, I'll show you this first actually. This is I think it's just called the Wicked Tree, I think it's called on Spellcrow's website. And this is one of the ones that when Tatiana got in touch with me, I says, well actually yeah, I'll have a look at the new samples. This is one of the latest products as well. So it does come in a couple of different pieces. So there's the base there. Obviously there's attachments on the side. There's a couple of bits of extras that'll just need clipping off, but once again, an absolute stellar job by Spellcrow here. There's, I mean, all the way up, you know, the trunk and all the bits of debris all across it. You know, there's no flashing on there either. I haven't figured out exactly how to put this guy together, so if you do end up ordering one, and especially if you're going for like a Wasteland or Chaosy themed board, I mean, these retail about, off the top of my head, it's about €6.80. So I mean, in Great British pound, you know, you're looking round about a fiver, give or take. Very, very good product. You know, it would naturally go on like that, and just for size comparison, you know, just really cool. And after I get it sorted out, of course, I will be doing an update once these are all painted up. Like I say, just have to use the website just to figure out where these extra bits go. But these are the extra branches, just to make it look as though it's not just like a weird tentacle, it is actually a tree. So I can't wait to get this painted up, because we are planning on getting some further mats for the channel. At the moment we only have 2, and of course the Sector Imperialis board, so that will be they'll be getting expanded upon as well. These are some of the products that Spellcrow gave me that I didn't know about. So you've already seen on the channel, I do have one of these already, and it's an amazing piece, this. Really, really cool. It would fit so many different types of game variants, 40k especially, Age of Sigma, quite a lot of different stuff as well, of course. You know, lots and lots of variation. There's a small amount of flash, absolutely tiny, just near there, which will easily come off, you know, just rubbing it with my finger. And it's nice and flat on the bottom as well, so let's say straight away. But like I say, check out the battle reports as well, because there is some battle reports that obviously this features just dotted around. There's another section that kind of juts off here. This is a slightly newer piece as well, which I think is really cool, just for variation. There is a mould line down the middle of here, which will just need filing down ever so slightly, but apart from that, it's nice and smooth. There's next to no weight, so, you know, it's not going to damage, you know, if you just drop it. You know, it's really sturdy stuff, and obviously it can fit together, you know, or it could just be separate. It looks really, really cool. Just can't wait to get them back on the board with the stuff that I've already painted. So that's the first box that Spellcrow sent me. The second box also has some really cool stuff in it as well. Multitude of stuff that I asked for. So first of all, in here we have just get that out of the way. Obviously, Spellcrow's own fantasy gaming, just advertising a few bits and bobs that they're doing. Of course, the logo as well, if you forget the name. So nice to have that. Some more runes. Now this is very similar to, in fact, I think it is no, it is slightly different on there. So I think this one, if I remember rightly, yes, it does. It just attaches kind of on the side like that. Or yet again, it could attach or just be on its own. But really cool. These it just sets the scene for, with 40k in my mind being a very gothic orientated future. Really cool. Quite a small bag, this one. Quite a small package, but it makes such a difference. And this is one of the ones that I asked for. And this is Spellcrow's skulls. Now, I mean, there is, I believe there's 15 on this. Now, looking at these, I mean, it's just trying to get the camera to focus. A lot of them do look very similar, but up close, I don't think it'll show on the camera, to be honest. Some of them look as though they've got like a diamond kind of jut out on some of the heads. I think, where are we at? Just pick one out. This guy here, where my nail is, it's a bit difficult to see, but I don't know if it's part of the cast or whether it's purposefully there, but I was wondering whether this is a mix of like a Tau skull, with them having that like weird shape on the forehead. I mean, obviously, you know, there's not a great variation in regards to bullet holes or anything like that on them, but, you know, at the end of the day, these are purely just for decoration, and skulls are skulls, to be honest. So, you know, all you corn players out there will appreciate skulls for the skull throne here. There is a variation, because this guy looks as though he's taking an axe to the head, so I think that looks really cool. And if you look closely on some of the battle reports as well, as I haven't done an army overview for them yet, but I will be for my Thousand Suns. All of my Exalted Sorcerers have at least 3 skulls on the bases, and that was just to represent back in 7th when they had Mastery Level 3. So really impressed with them. I think they're really cool. They'll be dead easy to just clip off. There's, like I say, there's no flashing to them. Hardly any mold lines. In fact, I don't think there is any mold lines, and they will just clip off, stick straight on the base, paint them up, and they just set the scene so much better. Now, the last product that they sent us was another one that I asked for, and this is down as a Gothic rocket launcher. So they all come in, let's say, just going to get it out. They all come in like the old blister packs, so it's nice and secure inside of there. And this looks amazing. So you can't really tell at the moment, but obviously this is what it'll rest on. These little cross sections, not these here, these are just the extra flash. I don't know exactly how to construct this as of yet, but I presume that obviously this sits on top of there, and then these look mint. These are like the Gothic rocket launchers, so massive missiles in there. You know, the arch windows, very reminiscent of like Sisters of Battle style, or any Imperial army, to be honest. The only it's got a sight on there. Now the only thing is when I unpacked it originally, I accidentally brought this one. It is quite fragile, and I didn't realise at first. But I mean, I'd be able to glue it back on because I still have it. So I mean, these are just extra parts to clip off, and obviously these things on the top of here are just extra to be added on. So I can't wait to get this fixed up, and I know it'll look really cool when it's all kind of set within like a SAM site, I suppose, and have it all fixed up and ready to use in the game. So can't wait to use that. So that is pretty much it, to be honest. You know, not as a big of a reveal as what Spellcrow very kindly gave us the last time round. But I did not expect anything, you know, as extravagant as that the first time round, to be honest. You know, it's brilliant just to be able to support. You know, Tatiana was very kind in asking how the channel was doing, which I thought that the customer service was amazing from them. And I'll certainly be doing business with them in the future as well, just to get some more stuff for the channel. Even if it's, you know, terrain, always great for terrain, scattered terrain. You know, the Gothic rocket launcher that I've just shown you, that'll be a terrain piece, which will feature more than likely. We'll just put it on top of one of the buildings somewhere. Could use it as an objective. You know, absolutely anything. There's just such a variation. So certainly check out Spellcrow for the products that obviously that you've seen here, as well as in the previous video that I've done as well, which feature things like this that I mentioned as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this review. Certainly have a look at Spellcrow Miniatures website. They do lots of range on there, not just 40k related. And until next time, happy wargaming.